speaking of global warming, where is we need some global warming?
When President Trump made his speech withdrawing the U.S. from the Paris Agreement, I was worried that other countries would follow his lead, but instead, the entire rest of the world doubled down on its commitments. Now it looks as if the U.S. will meet its commitments regardless of what Donald Trump tweets. I think what we call tribalism in politics is a real problem. One partisan wag said that often Republican primaries are now between two candidates, one who says I'm crazy as hell and the other who says I'm even crazier than he is.
It's time to put America first. That includes a promise to cancel billions in climate change spending.
You know, the truth is inconvenient for them still, and so they want to smother the truth in a whole big ton of lies and falsehoods.
Our plan will end the EPA.
Climate denial has been artificially made into a badge that they have to wear in order to belong to that group.
Crunch time at the climate change conference in Paris.
Still some really tough negotiations going on.
What would it take to shift to renewables?
I'm talking about breaking the impasse. Virtually every nation in the entire world agreed to get to zero greenhouse.
An important point. Withdrawing from the Paris Agreement, this is not entirely a coincidence. There is a 3-year waiting period, and then there is a multi-month notification period. The first date on which the U.S. could legally exit the Paris Agreement happens to be the day after the next presidential election. There's a saying in Tennessee where I live, an old saying that if you see a turtle on top of a fence post, you can be pretty sure it didn't get there by itself. And these levels of climate denial, unique in the U.S., we're the only country where the Conservative Party is wedded to provable idiocy on climate science. It didn't get there by itself.
Don't let anybody tell you that we're going to get on rocket ships and live on Mars. This is our home.
The result intended by Donald Trump is not the result that we're getting.